She saw 44 days and 44 nights. Oh, glory had survived them all. On the 45th day, oh, glory hid in shame, wondering what the hell went wrong. A little to the left or far to the right, no rhyme or reason behind that fight. Just throw you up against the wall as society starts to fall. There's nothing civil about that war. Graves are filled by its arrogant cause to make it great again. It's not so great again. Lady Liberty is on her knees while the children struggle to breathe. They call it the land of the free, but not for everyone. Give us your tithe and give us your poor, less of course it's a little bit more of those who yearn to be free. They're aching to be. Kids are dying underneath that wall. Graves are filled by its arrogant calls to make it great again. It's not so great again. Lady Justice is supposed to be blind. Judge and jurated and keep that in mind. Caught for hanging without sin or crime, but that's America. Respect that red, white and blue as they force that losing flag on you. They hide behind Southern pride. It's a Southern cry. Stars and bars still lost that war. Graves are filled by their arrogant calls to make it great again. It's not so great again. You're damned if you do, now damned if you don't. Now one misstep, it all goes up in smoke. Have nots are just thrown some feet, and the half just fill up on greed. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, forgive the hell below. They set our fields on fire, and the damn disease still grows. There's nothing civil about that war. Graves are filled by its arrogant cause to make it great again. It's not so great again. There's nothing civil about that war. Graves are filled by its arrogant cause to make it great again. It's not so great again. Not so great again. It's not so great again.
Troubles in my mind, they've been there from beginning of time. If you wanna love, it's gonna hurt. If you want change, it's gonna be work.
We all come from a different place, born with love, born without hate. I can change how I see you, you can change how you see me too. Hoping tomorrow will bring us a better way. Hoping tomorrow will bring us a better way. Bring us a better way.
Your neighbor as yourself, leave your hatred on the shelf. If you wanna love, the truth is gonna hurt. If you wanna change, it's gonna take work. We may come from a different place, but we're born with love, born without hate. Putting myself in your shoes, count on me to stand by you. Hoping tomorrow, tomorrow will bring us a better way. Hoping tomorrow, tomorrow will bring us a better way. Bring us a better way. Put down your guns and side with love for all it's worth. If you're gonna change, it's gonna take work. Even though we're from a different place, we're born with love, born without hate. I'll walk with you if you walk with me. For every man's right to be free. Hoping tomorrow, tomorrow will bring us a better way. Tomorrow, tomorrow will bring us a better way. Hoping tomorrow, tomorrow will bring us a better way. Hoping tomorrow, tomorrow will bring us a better way. Bring us a better way.
How you doing, folks? This is Dylan Walshe in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Thanks to Magnolia Roads for having me involved. They're always doing good things for good people. This is a song I wrote called The Trickle Down Effect. And the balloters are back out on the streets, questioning their democracy. And the elected that he didn't choose, they march along with the confused, saying anyone who stays silent it defeats. And the unheard have made the choice for all to see, saying maybe now they won't forget me easily. While they were cashing in on their cause, all I've known has been lost. No, I'm just doing my duty, declaring myself free. And those who feel above it all laugh it off as a circus and dismiss it as a false sense of purpose, and say that I think it's best to leave these decisions to the rest. After all, I am but one and no one could notice. And all extremes have risen up to the surface with a darkened and a renewed sense of purpose. While immigrant anxieties marginalize minorities, saying who will stand for us and who will desert us. And a trickle-down effect is truly here. They said it would be money, but it's just hate and fear. It's said that all governments are a conspiracy, and that it may be that the key is transparency. Now it's the same old money men lies that once they tried to hide, but now they don't even care now that you see. And there can be no solution to a cause that's willingly buried beneath antiquated laws. 'Cause there's no need for rent when the landlord is the tenant, with an escape plan already written into a clause. And a trickle-down effect is truly here. They said it would be money, but it's just hate and fear. And one is there to say, when it's all been said, of what's really behind the leaders, not the easily led. Well, we repeat the truths of old, to reach beyond what we know, to rise above all the lies that we are fed. It's a trickle-down effect. Cheers for having me.
Hello, I'm David Newbould. I'm going to contribute to this protest live stream a song of mine called Blood on My Hands. This is a song I wrote back in 2018 in response to the kids in cages policy, whereby he was separating kids from their parents, putting them in cages, all for the crime of having tried to enter the country illegally. Not just murderers, drug dealers, just cruelty for the sake of cruelty. It disgusted me. I wrote this song. Fast forward 2026. Now there's so many things it could be about. It could be all the blood on his hands from dismantling USAID. It could be all the Ukrainian blood on his hands for not honoring our commitments as a nation. And it's upsetting. You know, I grew up in Canada, and I moved here as a much younger person, and I was fascinated by America, and it seemed so alive and so relevant, so much more to me at the time than where I grew up. And all my heroes had come through New York City, and I wanted to go there, and so I did. And I was fortunate enough to figure out how to get a visa as a musician, and I moved, and I eventually became a citizen. And over all these years, I've seen the goods and the bads, obviously, of being in America, being an American, and I embraced all of it, and was proud of it, and proud of where I came from, and proud of where I was now. And now I feel what I want to be proud of is trying to preserve anything that's left after this asshole's all said and done. After 250 years of a country being one way, just trying to save what we can and try to build up from the ashes and rubble of this prick and trying to move on. So anyway, those are my thoughts. This is a song I wrote really just about when someone is so full of narcissism and ego based on absolutely nothing at all, nothing real, just being born into privilege and thinking you're something great because of it. And all the damage they can cause, and all the all you can fool yourself into thinking you're really something. So it's called Blood on My Hands. All right, thank you. But it feels more relevant than ever. And so I'm just going to do it tonight and then get the fellas up and we'll do other stuff. So this song's called Blood on My Hands. Entrusted by God, touched by the saints, pushing as far as I can. Down from the mountain, thunder on high, everything else be damned. If you should ask, I'll tell you why. 'Cause everyone needs to know, when an almighty world is entrusted to someone, everyone else must go. Some tell you that we're all the same, but will you ever forget my name? Blood on my hands, all this blood on my hands. I'm too good of a man for this blood on my hands. There was a time I looked into their eyes, they were only divine and pure. Draw yourself some battle lines, and you'll see them as so much more. Just try to stop me. I know your names, I know your family, and I know your friends. A kind word from me is all that you want. You're mine until the end. In a different world I might be lost, but here I'd do anything and pay no cost. Blood on my hands, all this blood on my hands. I'm too good of a man for this blood on my hands. Well, people love you when you're strong. I'll tell them I am all night long. Blood on my hands, all this blood on my hands. I'm too good of a man for this blood on my hands. Blood on my hands, all this blood on my hands. I'm too good of a man for this blood on my hands. Thanks so much.
Never let them tell you you're too young to know. Some gave blood for the right to vote. Speak truth to power and get in the way. If it's not right, it's not fair. Have something to say. And like John said, get in good trouble. And like John said, get in good trouble. Necessary trouble. Tear-gassed batons and their eyes of hate. Then they say, just comply and wait. Freedom can't come gradually. If it's not right, it's not fair. Have something to say. And like John said, get in good trouble. And like John said, get in good trouble. Wake up, America. Speak up, America. Stand up, America. It's not too late. And like John said, get in good trouble. 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 Necessary trouble.
Who can take the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement, you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all. Hey friends, I shared the theme to the Mary Tyler Moore Show as a song of hope. I grew up watching that show with my dad, and he was born and raised in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I felt and feel a lot of personal connections with that show and what is happening in Minneapolis. Mary was a news reporter. She left her small town to go be in the big city. And I do believe the song and the show was about hope. So let's keep hope alive. We're going to make it after all.
This is a song about watching people struggle to do the right thing. It's called Weird. Don't you think it's strange? Don't you think it's kind of funny that the poor fight to the nail so the rich man can keep his money? The carry his water uphill both ways and hope they'll be the rich man someday. But it almost never works out that way. So don't you think it's strange? Don't you think it's a little bit odd? Don't you think it's kind of weird? The one shouting loudest in opposition often turn out a little queer. The congressman that wants to imprison them all, caught waving his hand under the men's room stall. Wouldn't it be easier to be who you are? Don't you think that's kind of weird? It's not everybody else's job to make you comfortable. You might as well lay that Bible down and let's just cut the bull. You can't believe in hope and love and then trade in hate and fear. Watching you all try has just been weird. Don't you think it's a bit peculiar? Ain't it beyond belief? Try to give a poor child a free lunch and to make you feel like a thief. But if they want $1 billion to build a wall, suddenly money ain't no problem at all. I hope someday your hearts will thaw. Ain't it beyond belief? Isn't it uncanny? I'm just a bit curious. How things that don't affect their lives make some folks so furious. Why do you care what's in my pants? If you're really not sure, just don't ask me to dance. Instead of filming one of your video rants, it's just a bit curious. It's not everybody else's job to make you comfortable. You might as well lay that Bible down and let's just cut the bull. You can't believe in hope and love and then trade in hate and fear. Watching you all try has just been weird. Yeah, watching you all try has just been weird.
Guys, I got you singing a little bit, so we're gonna do this. This is had its debut last night. If I make a mistake, just it's extra special sauce on the song. That's all. Yeah, another animal song. Yay! Yay! We love animals.
Another metaphor.
Well, if it walks like a duck and it squawks like a duck and it swims in the mud, baby, guess what? That ain't no king. Ain't your boss, that's just a duck who is lying too young. Remember that. I saw your picture, mister, you're not where you're supposed to be. In preteen company. Gross. Yeah. Let's blame it on your friend who had a sticky end. You're a family man, sure you are. But if it walks like a duck and it squawks like a duck and it swims in the mud, baby, guess what? That ain't no king and it ain't your boss. That's just a duck knows you know every family has one. I have one. Now our nation has one too. Woo-hoo! And for posterity, we heard it. What you really think? You just grab them by the pussy. Wow. Well, if it walks like a duck and it squawks like a duck and it swims in the mud, baby, guess what? That ain't no king and it ain't your boss. Well, that's just a duck who is lying to you. And if it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, and it swims in the mud, baby, guess what? We can do better. Well, if it walks like a duck and it squawks like a duck and it swims in the mud, then baby, guess what? It's not no king and it's not your boss. That's just a duck who is lying to y'all. And if it walks like a duck and it squawks like a duck and it swims in the mud, guess what? That ain't your king and it ain't your boss. That's just a duck who is lying to y'all. I'm really excited about that. I should write more about it.
That's new. That's brand new.
Brand spanking. Brand spanking.
Brand squawking.
Brand squawking new. Yeah.
It's gonna be your followers, like, you know, deadheads. Yours are gonna be
Squawkers.
quacks.
Quack.
Quacks. Quacks and clucks.
No, they're going to be pie fans.
There you go. But we could call them quackers and cluckers. I don't know. Duckheads.
This song doesn't need any explanation, and I'm sorry to say that it also continues to be necessary. It's called Save Us from the Saved. Such a lovely planet. Wonder how it came to be. Was it chaos or creation? Was it God or entropy? Now the spirit may be sleeping, but it dwells in every heart. I put my faith in nature, of which we are a part. There are many here among us who believe this world is theirs, and when it's beaten and depleted, they will rise into the air, and the ones who don't believe them face a dark eternal grave. No one knows, but they are certain. Save us from the same. I put my faith in nature, what I hear and smell and see, until I meet that higher power. I'll do what makes sense to me. And if what I would call a good life is is what you would call depraved. Give me freedom from religion. Save us from the same. I honor your tradition, and I insist you honor mine. In a world with any justice, blasphemy is not a crime. You believe what you believe in. I respect your wish to pray. But if you try to make me join you, I will resist you all the way. I'm not saying I know better. I'm just saying we don't know. Till the day we get an answer, I go where my heart says go. It's a narrow-minded Jesus I see reflected in your eyes. He was all about compassion. If he knew you, he would cry. I put my faith in nature, what I hear and smell and see, until I meet that higher power. I'll do what makes sense to me. And if what I would call a good life is what you must call depraved, give me freedom from religion. Save us from the same. Save us from the same.
All fail the king, spit on the ring. All fail the king, all fail the king, spit on the ring. Naked in his new clothes, pissing on the promise of American dreams. 33, 45, 47, 78. Old records and songs, and the messages hate. The grooves are deep, and the lacquer is scratched. These songs of freedom were meant to last. But in the name of God there is a firing squad of blood, red and white stripes. And rich men squeeze through eyes of needles in this version of paradise. And the muffled sounds of suffocating songs are this year's hits, and it won't be long till warble, warble, war, warble, warble.
plague spread across the land. Bliss and ignorance found him, and he slapped him down with his red right hand. American spirit is a black hat, cracking whips and a smoking gun. But when the law comes to save you, you shoot yourself in the foot and try to run. The word patriot has become a front for KKK and ICE, who will take you away, but fire melts ice. So burn the flag, red, white, 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 and blue means nothing. Got no spine, got no right to whine, and when they come for you, there's nothing you can do, cause you supported the cause that undermined the law. So fuck.
Copper turns green and orange is rust, eats away at the colors of trust. Liberty drowns in the sea. To the highest bidder goes the land of the free.
I'll fail the king, spit on